Hey guys, welcome back to Macphee Ford YouTube channel. My name's Henry and today we're going to be talking about the brand new 2021 F-150. Not just the 2021 F-150 in general, but we're going to be talking about something that Ford just announced in the past couple of days, and that is of course the 2021 Tremor package available on the F-150. We're going to get into all the features that we know about so far. I know Ford just announced it. It's kind of hard to figure out exactly what's going to be on this truck until we see one. When we get one on the lot, we'll definitely do a full in-depth review as we usually do with all of our new products. So guys, without further delay, let's get into this video and let's talk about the Tremor. So guys, as we already know, the Tremor brand is predominantly with the Super Duty right now, F-250, F-350 Tremors. So that's going to be joining the lineup with the F-150, and also Ford announced about 2 weeks ago that they're coming out with the Ranger Tremor, so it's a little bit off-road capable Ranger. But don't get this one confused with the Tremor package of past. That was a performance truck from the early 2000s. This one is above the FX4 package, but sits below the actual Raptor nameplate itself. The F-150 Tremor is only going to be offered with a crew cab, so the 4 full doors, and the short 5.5 foot box. That's all we know so far. More details may come in the future with more cab configurations, more bed length configurations, and so on and so forth. And as we know right now, the F-150 Tremor is only going to be available with the 3.5 liter EcoBoost engine, 400 horsepower, 500 foot-pounds of torque. It's kind of Ford's new redesigned F-150 engine, the 3.5 EcoBoost. Not the high output from the Raptor, the previous gen, but it's going to fit somewhere in between there. So let's take a closer look at the suspension and tires that actually come on the F-150 Tremor. Ford says the F-150 rides on retuned front and rear springs for added ground clearance and wheel travel. But Ford does not list the added ground clearance. However, they do kind of mention that the ground clearance and suspension travel is improved by 1 inch in the front and 1.5 inches in the back. The truck rides on specially tuned Tremor branded shocks. If you guys have a F-250, F-350 Tremor, you're gonna be familiar with that. Underneath the back of the truck, you can see that the shocks do say Tremor on them. They're from the Tremor brand. The tires on the truck are 33-inch general grabbers in the wheel offset. So the wheels are stretched out a little bit longer than previous, and that is what makes the truck 1 inch wider than the standard F-150. So let's take a look, guys, and kind of get into some of the features that compares the 2021 Tremor to the outgoing second gen 2020 Ford Raptor. So in these two trucks, they both have the 3.5 liter EcoBoost. One's the high output, that's in the Raptor, and the new 2021 Tremor is going to have the new redesigned 3.5 liter EcoBoost, just the regular EcoBoost engine. So you have 400 horsepower, 10-speed automatic. You have the 33-inch tires, of course, and 500 foot-pounds of torque. So this is gonna be able to pull anything and definitely be able to get off the line, just as a Raptor would. The new Raptor has 510 foot-pounds of torque, so 510 less pound-feet of torque, hardly gonna be able to notice it. So guys, when Ford announced the Tremor a couple days ago, I know myself and a lot of other people here thought that it would be available with a couple of different engine options, maybe the 2.7 EcoBoost or the 5 liter V8. But as of now, Ford is only announcing that it's coming with the 3.5 liter EcoBoost. And like I mentioned, crew cab, short box. Kind of a sin that Ford hasn't released it yet with the 3.5 liter Power Boost, which is the new engine for 2021. It's the hybrid electric F-150 engine based off the 3.5 EcoBoost with 500 foot-pounds of torque and so on, or 575 foot-pounds of torque. Inside the F-150 Tremor, you're going to have special branded Tremor seats. You're going to have a couple of stitching options in the orange kind of launch color of the Tremor, and then the inside is going to be based off of the 2021 F-150. More details on that when we actually get one. Hopefully we're gonna have an F-150 2021 land here very shortly with the Sync 4. We'll get over that when the time comes. But it's gonna have the Sync 4 Connect system, new for 2021. And it's gonna be the fully loaded F-150 that everyone's seen in the press launches, you know, with all the options. Digital dash, the folding, gear selector, seats that fold flat, so on and so forth. Now let's do a little bit of a comparison, guys. So if you're in the market for an F-150 Tremor, you might also think, well, what about the Chevy Trail Boss? What about the Dodge Ram Rebel? So let's kind of go over the power specs of each. We'll put it up on the screen so you guys can take a look at it. The F-150 Tremor, like I said, 400 horsepower. The Trail Boss is 420, and the Ram Rebel is 395. So the F-150 Tremor is a little bit down on power from the Chevy Trail Boss, but you know, you're going to get that fuel economy. You're getting a V6 twin turbo versus a 6.2 liter V8. The Tremor wins in torque with 500 horsepower and 460 and 410 respectively for the Trail Boss and the Ram Rebel. And the max payload for the F-150 Tremor is going to be 1,885 pounds, which beats the Trail Boss and the Rebel by about 100 pounds or so. This F-150 Tremor is going to stack up favorably, definitely against the Trail Boss or the Ram Rebel. I know there's kind of a big market, a big push towards the off-road focused F-150 half-ton truck market. You have your Toyota Tundra TRD Pro, you have your Nissan Titan Pro 4X, and like I mentioned, Trail Boss and your Ram Rebel. You're not getting into the Raptor territory yet. Ford's still the king of off-road performance trucks, but this is just kind of adding to the lineup, giving the buyer more options pretty well. So the F-150 Tremor will be offered in 3 distinct grades. Ford's calling them the standard, mid, and high equipment groups. So it's going to be kind of like an entry-level Tremor, middle-of-the-road Tremor, and a fully loaded, almost like a platinum-like Tremor. More on that obviously when we get a couple of them in. They're not expected until the summer anyway, so we have lots of time to come up with new videos and give you guys updates as we get them. So yeah, like I mentioned, guys, summer of 2021. So if you're interested in one of those, you can definitely get an order in, and so on. A cool thing with the Tremor, we watched the video. You guys have seen it. They're coming with a couple new driving modes, similar to the ones that are found in the Bronco. So you're gonna have like your trail control modes with like rock crawl, Baja, so on. If you guys own a Raptor, you're familiar with those drive modes. If you don't, you just have a regular F-150, maybe an FX4, you guys would have no idea what I'm talking about. So we'll get into that a little bit more later on down the road. So they're gonna have a 360-degree camera is available. Your trail control, which is your cruise control for off-road, so you can set it to like 2-3 kilometers an hour, kind of cruise along the trail. And it also has trail steer. So in the video that we saw from Ford, it actually locks the rear tire on the inside to help with turning radius off-road. Definitely a cool feature if you guys, if you're taking your trucks into the woods, or if you're going to your hunting shacks or campgrounds, or taking your four-wheelers into the woods or so on. So guys, as I mentioned with the trail off-road kind of technology, let's dig a little bit more into that. So what Ford's going to be calling it is the Trail Toolbox, which is the suite of technology that comes on the Tremor, which is the Trail one pedal drive, kind of like the cruise control for the off-roading. That's going to be released on the Bronco first, so we're going to see how that works on a Bronco before we actually get it on the Tremor, because their Broncos are going to be coming out sooner rather than the Tremors. Trail turn assist, like I mentioned, guys, brakes the inside wheel for those slow speed, like a hairpin corner, just makes the truck a little bit easier to drive off-road, locks the rear tire up. And then, like I said, the driving modes. They're going to be Tremor specific, rock crawl, hill descent, and trail control, obviously on the off-road focused F-150. Now guys, you guys are going to be wondering, how much is the F-150 Tremor package going to cost? That we don't know. Ford hasn't released pricing. But we're going to think it's going to slot somewhere probably in the $5,000 to $6,000 range. If we're looking at Super Duty Tremor pricing, they're right around there. And with the Ranger Tremor, we're going to be around the $45,000 to $5,000 upgrade option package for the Tremor. So we think the F-150 Tremor is going to slot somewhere in between the Super Duty pricing and the Ranger pricing, just as Ford goes with their packaging. So guys, like I mentioned, this isn't going to be available until the summer of 2021. So we got a couple months left, maybe 8 months or so. This video is being filmed in December, middle of December, so we'll see in a couple months. But if you guys are definitely interested in ordering one of those, definitely stop by the dealership, give us a call. Link to our socials are going to be all down below in the description. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's going to do it for today's video. I just wanted to update you guys on the F-150 Tremor. Ford's coming out with a whole bunch of new products for 2020, 2021, and 2022 model years. In our next video, guys, we're going to be talking about the differences between every single model for the 2021 model year. Some of them have major changes, like the F-150 and Bronco and Mustang Mach-E, and some of them have just some minor little tweaks that you guys might not be familiar with, like the Explorer that was redesigned in 2020, or the Escape. So guys, let's get into that a little bit later on. But that's going to do it for today, guys. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys are watching this up until December 14th, we are doing our Apple giveaway. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, comment, and share on Facebook. Tag a couple of your friends. We have some we have a MacBook Pro, some AirPod Pros, one of those Apple Nest Home audio doohickey things, and an Apple Watch. So don't forget, guys, that would be a great addition to any Christmas present, any student or anything like that, anybody working from home. So yeah, don't forget about our giveaway. We'll link that in the description below as well. So that's gonna do it for today, guys. Take care.